Hey, what's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm playing the PC port of Dead Rising 3. I'm going to cover two topics. First, I'm going to talk about how the game performs, like its frames per second and its resource usage, and I'm going to give a mini review of how the game plays. I won't be able to give a full review because I haven't finished the game, and I'll talk about why in a second. PC gamers have suffered through a laundry list of poor PC ports since the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 launched, and Dead Rising 3 fails to break that trend. Dead Rising 3 is not the worst PC port, but there could have been a lot more effort put in to make the game at least playable. There are random and frequent crashes to desktop. It could be after 10 minutes of playing or an hour of playing, your game will crash. I'm surprised I'm even this far into the game with how crashing has affected my progress, and I'm fortunate that I even have gameplay video. It's possible that the game's crashes are due to the gamer unlocking the frame rates to allow the game to be played at higher than 30 frames per second, because remember, the game was meant to be played at 30 frames per second on Xbox. It's easy to unlock your frame rates, and I'll post how to do it in the video description, but it's sad that you have to play like a console peasant if you don't want to be punished by a game crashing. Crashes aside, this game runs poorly. I'm playing with all the settings on maximum and I get 35 to 60 frames per second depending on the section of game I'm on. The technological aspect that I find most impressive about Dead Rising 3 is how many zombies the game manages to fit on screen at once. There are literally hundreds of zombies on screen at once, and there are long draw distances as well, so you can snipe zombies from afar. The sections of the game that are the most system demanding are obviously the ones where I'm tearing through the zombie hordes, and I get 35 to 45 frames per second in the sections of fighting through zombie hordes. The game is more CPU intensive than GPU intensive, and it makes sense because even though zombies have low AI requirements, they still have AI. I get up to 60 to 70% activity on all 12 of my CPU cores, which is almost unheard of for any game. There is no SLI scaling, which is to be expected. You do have high video RAM usage. I get about 2.7 gigs. At the very least, are the game's visuals easy on the eyes? No, they are not. The game's graphics are drab and dreary. The textures are very plain and a lot of them are low resolution. Objects, character, and environment geometry have noticeable jagged edges from low poly counts. Like I mentioned in my video title, Dead Rising 3 is a literal bloody mess of a game. It's another game that suffers from consolitis or peasant pox. Let me know in the comments which term you prefer. I won't play it until they fix the crash issues, which is disappointing because the gameplay is quite enjoyable. A lot of zombie games have a serious overtone, but Dead Rising 3 goes over the top with silly theatrics. Creating combo weapons and seeing their effects is hilarious. There are simple ones like attaching a machete to a shotgun, but also more complex and funny ones like the Freedom Bear, where you attach a machine gun to a large stuffed bear. It's really satisfying and stress relieving to tear through hordes of zombies and work up combos for experience. The strongest part of the gameplay experience is being able to experiment with all the different weapon combinations. You can assemble teams of survivors to follow you and give them super weapons to make a nasty zombie killing squad. The Go Anywhere open world is an excellent feature, and there are a lot of side missions, collectibles, and weapon combo blueprints to find. Dropping co-op actually works very well, and all members of your party can just roam around and grind experience. I really like the leveling system where you spend points to increase your melee damage or the amount of ammo you carry. You can earn additional benefits such as using any stabbing weapon as a component for a weapon combo that uses a stabbing weapon, or any firearm for any weapon combo that uses a firearm, etc. The story is kinda cheesy. Wait a second, are you supposed to say etc., or is etc. only for written language? I don't know whether you're allowed to say etc. in regular spoken language, but I'm being really dorky. Moving on, the story is kind of cheesy, but that's to be expected with the level of silliness inherent in Dead Rising 3. I really want to play this game more because the game is fun when it works, but the technical problems with this game are preventing me from trying to play until there's a patch that fixes the crashing issue. All in all, Dead Rising 3 had the potential to be a game worth playing on PC if you did not have the console version. I wouldn't touch the game until the technical issues are fixed. Personally, I would have preferred the game remain an Xbox One exclusive rather than have Capcom give us these sloppy seconds. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick rundown of Dead Rising 3 on the PC. My name is David, and I will see you next video.
Better use armor.